Juan Soto was one of the game's best young players. At only 23 years old, he's won a World Series, a batting title, and plays with a flair and style that makes him one of the most unique players in all of Major League Baseball. His best baseball cards are naturally worth a fortune. This 2016 Bowman Red Refractor, graded PSA 7, sold for $266,000 in October 2021. The Red Refractor numbered to 5 is a card every Soto fan would love to own. One of the very few cards that could top a Red Refractor, first Bowman Soto, would be the one-of-one Superfractor from the same 2016 set. Turns out the Soto Superfractor has an interesting backstory, and you might be very surprised who supposedly owns this card today. Back in 2016, when this card first came out, nobody really knew if Soto would become the world-class player he is today. I mean, look at the picture. He definitely looks like a scrawny little kid. It's believed the first time the hobby world really got to lay eyes on this card was when it appeared in a BGS 9 holder, and looked like this. The subgrades were a 9 centering, 8.5 on the corners, and 9.5 grades for the edges and surface. The autograph score was a 9. It may not have received a 10 grade because his signature does trail off the card and appears to be fairly light and streaky compared to the rest of his signature, which frankly isn't bad for someone so young. Because Soto wasn't a huge star yet in 2016 and 2017, the chain of custody on this card gets lost for a minute. It was at a February 2018 TriStar San Francisco card show, about 3 months before Soto would debut for the Nationals, that the Superfractor appeared again, this time at an unknown dealer table, who was eagerly pawning it up for sale. A collector from Hawaii purchased the card, believing he got a good deal and it could possibly be a quick flip. The dealer started posting the Soto on sports card Facebook groups, where he found out the bad news. The Soto Superfractor card was now in a PSA 10 holder. While not uncommon for a card to go from a BGS 9 to a PSA 10, some clear handiwork is evident. You can see that part of his autograph has been wiped off. Others believe the top edge of the card has been trimmed. It would take nerves of steel to trim a card like this, but no matter the results, it fooled PSA. We didn't find out the next owner of the Soto Superfractor until David Thorne of Small Traditions listed it for sale on eBay in September 2018 for $200,000 when Soto was hitting over 300 with the Nationals as a 19-year-old. Thorne has a sketchy hobby past. More on that in a minute. Before a time, Thorne was one of the biggest PSA dealers and ran monthly auctions on his website, Small Traditions. He bragged openly about being able to get grading bumps from PSA. His company even sponsored PSA monthly sweepstakes. But as soon as Thorne listed the Soto Superfractor for sale on eBay, he began getting messages from around the community that the card was altered. To his credit, Thorne didn't do the alterations on the Soto, and maybe didn't know when he bought it. Worried he'd be stuck with the card, Thorne turned to his buddies at PSA, who at the time were run by CEO Joe Orlando. PSA reportedly purchased the Soto Superfractor and decertified the card on its website. The deal turned out amazing for PSA, but horrible for David Thorne. The recognition got him on Sports Card Radio's radar. 1 year after the Soto discovery, Thorne was exposed on the Blowout forums, and Sports Card Radio as a huge card trimmer and scammer. With Sports Card Radio delivering a kill shot, his auction business went under, and his website no longer exists. His once thriving eBay business currently only has 45 listings. Some believe Thorne still sells cards through third-party consigners like PWCC and Probstein 123. But there's no question, his hobby presence is far smaller than it once was. Will we ever see the Soto Superfractor ever again? That's up to PSA, who is under new ownership. So who knows what will happen to one of the hobby's most important modern-day baseball cards.